Hello and welcome back to another episode of What's in the Box. My name is Sophie Clarke and I'm here at Wessex Archaeology's head office, where I'll be talking to our in-house experts about the objects they find most intriguing. Today I'm joined by Bianca San Martin, who will be discussing an object that she excavated whilst digging as a field archaeologist for Wessex. Hi Bianca.
Hello, hi.
Hi, what have you brought with you today?
Well, I've got something very special for you.
Okay. Oh wow.
This is a beautiful iron spear, which I found whilst excavating Tidworth. It's probably one of the best finds and experiences of finding something in my career so far.
Absolutely stunning. What a find. Where did you find it?
There was a site that I was going to be going on with one other archaeologist, and I'd read the written scheme of investigation, which is the assessment of the site before going onto it. And on there, it said there wasn't really potential for much archaeology at all. It was predominantly just going to be a chance of having maybe a Roman ditch, but not much. Maybe some ridge and furrow, medieval, sort of showing medieval agricultural activity, but nothing much. It had a chalk natural ground. So as the soil peeled away, you'd be able to see features really easily because you'd have the brightness of the chalk and the darkness of the feature.
Right, that makes sense.
So the machine starts pulling it and it comes along, and all of a sudden we start to see these really clear rectangular features coming up. And as we cleared the site, more and more and more of these amazing rectangular features were coming up, satelliting around, and it looked like there was a boundary with a hedgerow. So there was an entrance coming through into this site. As they started to get excavated, it looked like it started to be Saxon burials that were coming up onto here. And lo and behold, underneath was this huge 6-foot bloke. He had one leg bent, and his arms looked like he had his jaw that had kind of fallen down. So it looked like he was roaring,
wow.
Like he was a warrior ready for death. And it was the most phenomenal thing to see. And in there, it had this amazing spear.
I see, yeah. Okay, so what's the kind of chance that this is a sort of fairly common find?
So it's quite a rare find. They're still doing assessments, but there could be a chance that it's actually a relic, so it's something that would have been old at the time that the warrior was buried. Interestingly as well, there was another warrior in another site which we discovered around the same sort of time as Tidworth, which was Bulford. And it also had a 6-foot warrior man who was buried with quite similar objects. So,
oh my goodness.
Again, the plot thickens and the story thickens with these different groups. It would have been, two societies that would have known each other, cousins probably, married with each other, people meeting each other, that sort of thing. So it's one of those things. It's just a really sort of interesting story, and a kind of connection with the landscape and a connection with people from the past.
So was there any decoration on it or anything?
So if you look closely, you can see there's these little sort of dots that are on here, and so they're looking into analysing what that could mean, whether that pattern means anything, and what symbolism could be with that. And that connected with, he had a shield boss as well. It's called like a conical shield boss, which he would have held, and the pattern was same on there as well. He had a knife over by his hip, but unfortunately that was quite fragmentary. So we're not sure if it had the same sort of pattern, but it'll be really interesting to see what the experts will come up with interpreting what that could mean. But it definitely seems that there could be again more of a story to tell as time goes on, with looking more and more at the spear and that pattern and things like that.
Thank you so much for bringing this subject in, Bianca. That's absolutely phenomenal.
Well, you're
What an
welcome.
amazing object.
You're welcome, and I'm so glad to be able to share the experience of being a field archaeologist on site and discovering something amazing.
Thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about Bianca's object, please follow the link in the description. You can also follow us across our social media channels, and until next time, goodbye.